To empower the frontline caregivers, you really need to model the behavior you want to achieve, right? So the people in the C-suite need to get out of their offices, need to go to the front line. Gemba is a term that's often used to do that. And one of the things we've seen is that gets done, but there's still that inclination to try to solve the problem. It's hard to resist that. If you're trying to develop the problem-solving skills of those frontline people, whomever they may be. And in order to do that, not only do you need to resist that, of course, yourself, you have to invest in training. You have to redeploy resources so they do have some of these tools that they can use to solve the problems. You're there to coach them, to support them, but not to solve the problem.
The frontline management plays a role in improvement and the support of the improvement effort after the design's been done. That supervisor, that mid-level manager, all of those people in the middle. Because if a problem occurs, guess who it comes to first? Them. And if they're not equipped and educated and supported to either right the ship or to correct the problem quickly and effectively, or to orchestrate their team around this improvement, you have a hard time sustaining it. So in an effective system, you need the frontline staff doing this work, surfacing the problems, understanding the new way. You need the managers to help see to it that the new work is done and sustained and doesn't fall to the Hawthorne effect later. And then you need the executive to support the manager and what the manager has to do.
One of our key principles is empowerment of everybody in the organization, or engagement of everybody of the organization. Because again, you know, we've got the daily work that's going on, we've got the fires we put out, we've got the little paper cuts, we have the rework, you know, that, you know, because we have poor process that we have to do. And so I, you know, really see performance improvement organizationally as getting everybody moving in the same direction, and we need to leverage our key resource, which is our staff, to make these kinds of changes and to basically improve processes so we can deliver on our promise to our communities. I think it's probably less difficult to engage staff because this is their work. They're doing this every day, and they're doing it in an environment that is clipping them, you know, along the way, saying, no, you can't, oh, there's this barrier or that barrier. And leadership's responsibility is really to remove those barriers and to enable that work. So I think the empowerment of staff isn't difficult to get to. It's sometimes harder to get leadership to let go and to let staff be enabled to do that work, because we've been really good problem solvers. We got into our positions because, you know, we've been really good, and we've, you know, we're high achievers and we want to do all of these things. But the fact is, it's really the staff's work to do. And I think when we disempower them by taking that away, that's the bigger problem that we face in today's environment. A performance improvement culture gives that back to staff.
Well, one of the ways that making sure quality doesn't just live in a department is to integrate it into the things that you're talking about more publicly. Integrate it into your strategic plan, integrate it into employee incentive programs, integrate it into annual evaluations. Make it part of a recurring theme that you're talking about, not just saying it's a priority, but actually measuring against it and making decisions based on that. And I think, you know, another way is to just to find the right people to put in your quality department. Find the right people to be the ambassadors who can go out and have conversations with frontline staff in various departments in different locations, talk about the unique challenges each of them face. So a little bit of it is having sort of a salesperson in quality to talk about how it can really be integrated into each and every different job role that you have across an organization.